I am ridiculously excited because I am going on holiday to Mexico for a week with my sister to celebrate my 30th birthday. Our plan when we get there is to do nothing but relax and read. She has the same reading taste as me, so I thought I would do a video to show you how much we both read. I don't know how much she'll love being on camera, but I will of course give you reading updates. Like I said, she reads basically the same as me. She's gonna come and raid my bookshelves now. She's on her way over. We're gonna stay at my apartment tonight, and then we're gonna go to the airport tomorrow. I am currently reading Zodiac Academy, the second book. I'm 40% of the way through, so I'll of course update you when I finish that. I'm hoping to finish it either on the plane or on the first day. We have no rules of how much we want to read. We are literally there to have such a relaxing and amazing time. But I think typically with my reading speed, I will read a book every 2 days, and I think that's not too dissimilar to my sister. She's also going to read my first draft of my manuscript, and then I'll let you know if she likes it or not. Let's go to Mexico. I'll update you when I have finished Zodiac Academy. Time for a quick book update. It is the first day of the holiday. We got delayed 24 hours because there was an incident on the plane. A baby started choking and we had to fly back so that she could go to hospital. So obviously major, like, scary, really awful. So we ended up having to fly 24 hours later because they needed to get new staff, which is completely understandable if they'd witnessed that on the plane. So I got loads of reading done. During that whole kerfuffle, I finished the second book in the Zodiac Academy series and I rated it 5 stars. I'm really loving the series. It's really easy to read. I just wish the pace was a little bit faster. I don't think that these needed to be 2 books in the 2 that I've read so far. I think it could have been 1. So I'm interested to see how the third book goes, but I'm taking a little break. I am reading The Foxhole Court, and that is a self-published book, which I love. I'm reading that on Kindle. It's on Kindle Unlimited, and I finished reading Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey. So I rated 3 because I kept dipping in and out and I wasn't paying too much attention to it, which I never think is a good sign with an audiobook, especially a romance, because it's really easy to follow along. I'm glad I finished the last Christmassy book. I do have one Christmassy book that I might read here. It's a novella in the Heartstopper series, but other than that, I'm starting to read like palette cleanser romance with The Foxhole Court, and then I probably won't listen to an audiobook, but if I do, it will be the third book in the Harry Potter series because I've loaned that from the library. Those are my reading updates. I'll let you know if I have any more when I next finish the next book, but I had such like a scrolly on my phone morning because it was really overcast, so I didn't read too much, but I'm getting back to it now. I'm going to the pool. It's midday on the first day of our holiday, so way more time to read. I'll give you some more updates later. Reading update. It is Sunday and we're technically like 4 to 5 days into our holiday. We leave on Tuesday, but we had a 24-hour flight delay, and then I also ended up on the next day getting a 24-hour sickness bug, so I couldn't read anything like on my Kindle. My eyes literally just could not handle it. Yeah, I ended up literally like being dead to the world for almost 24 hours. It happened at like 4 p.m. on the Thursday, because obviously we flew on the Wednesday with the delay. So Thursday at like 4 p.m. I started to get really sick, so I had to come back to the room, was like out all evening, like sick. It was so bad. And then the next day I woke up, but I had a really lazy morning. I just couldn't read or think about anything other than just recovering, which is obviously normal. But then I ended up going like in a shady part by the pool in the afternoon, but I still couldn't read because my head was hurting. So I ended up listening to my Harry Potter audiobook, even after saying I wasn't gonna use my audiobook. So I've got halfway through of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and I think it's nice because I've already, like, I know the plot, so it was easy to sort of dip in and out and have a nap at the same time. And then I carried on reading yesterday because it was my second day, like my first day feeling fully back to normal and having a full normal beach day. I carried on reading The Foxhole Court, and that is the first book in that series, and I read it on my Kindle. I thought it would be like a sports romance. I wasn't expecting what it was. It like had no romance in it at all. It was basically like this group of misfits that go to this university to do a sport called Exy, and this sport is actually like completely fictional, and all of them have different issues. Like some of them battle with drugs, some of them have like been in juvie and things like that, so the coach kind of like brings them together. But there's this whole undercurrent world of like crime that you're not really like, you don't know much about in the first book because it's obviously just the start of the series. I've still got so many questions that are unanswered, and I can see that it's like gonna really unfold in the series, but it just wasn't what I was expecting at all. I thought it would just be like some romance with someone like that he meets either at college or like is on the same sports team as him, or like a rival or something, but there was no romance whatsoever. But it's a short book, it's like 236 pages, it's on Kindle Unlimited, it's really easy to read and follow, so it was nice to sort of get into, but it wasn't what I was expecting at all. So I'm now gonna start reading this winter, which I know is really rogue to be reading whilst on a beach holiday, but I need to finish it before Christmas to get in my Christmas feels. And then I've had mixed reviews, but I'm gonna read the Jacqueline Wilson Think Again. I think it's gonna put me in my nostalgia feels, because I obviously read a lot of Jacqueline Wilson when I was younger, but I haven't heard like mixed things about her adult book, and I think some of these characters were featured in her book, so like we would have read about these characters when they were younger, and now I think they're older. So yeah, I'll let you know. I don't know anything about it, I'm going in completely blind. I'm gonna get to the pool and I'm going to carry on reading, and I'll give you an update when I finish these books. Super quick reading update. I finished This Winter by Alice Oseman, rated it 5 stars. I knew I was going to love it. It's very wholesome and I love getting back into the Heartstopper universe. I started to try and read Think Again by Jacqueline Wilson, and I read like 8 pages, maybe less, and I was like, no, this isn't for me. I think this is going to be a book that I want to listen to on audiobook. So I'm going to go back into the Zodiac Academy world because I'm just loving it. Like, I love that This Winter and The Foxhole Court was like palette cleansers for me, but I'm really ready to get back into the Zodiac Academy, which is so funny because I bought paperbacks to read on holiday and haven't read any of them. So, oh well. I hope I can finish this in the next 2 days while I'm in the sun, because it is the beautiful weather today. It's just amazing. So it's so hot. So I'm looking forward to just having my Kindle. I think it's so much easier around the pool as well. So yeah, let's get into the Zodiac Academy, The Reckoning, which is book 3.